restaurant sales have made a nice recovery so far in 2021 and are projected to reach $789 billion this year. That's up nearly 20% since 2020, thanks to pent-up consumer demand and the availability, of course, of vaccines. This is still well below pre-pandemic levels. But the Delta variant is threatening the recovery. 6 in 10 adults said that they've changed dining habits due to Delta. 19% said that they've stopped going to restaurants altogether. And you can see the impact of rising COVID cases in the casual sector in particular. The biggest year-to-date winners are once again those that operate well in both open and more restricted settings like Chipotle, Domino's, and Papa John's, as compared to those that rely on indoor seating. In fact, both Brinker International and Dave & Buster's were downgraded on that exact point yesterday. And last week, McDonald's discussed with its franchisees what data should prompt dining rooms to reclose in areas where the Delta variant is widely spreading, according to internal company materials viewed by CNBC. Starbucks and Yum Brands did not immediately comment on how indoor dining is currently being handled. Labor, of course, remains a major hurdle for operators. 75% of restaurant operators said recruiting employees was their top challenge as of June. That's the highest level ever recorded in 20 years. For context, in January, that number, Kelly, was just 8%.
And also we have minimum wage is another factor that we often talk about hitting a lot of the stores, some of the fast food restaurants as well, and those that don't pay it then have to compete with those that do and so forth. Anything else we know, even just in the last week? You come on over, Katie, since we have that luxury. Anything else you know just in the past week or so about, what their plans are for Delta? As people are hoping that maybe it's starting to peak, can they shelve these plans, or do you think there's still plenty of time for us to see them roll out?
I think while it's so uncertain, you're just going to see a very heavy reliance on technology and digital sales. Drive-through for McDonald's is about 3/4 of their sales in the U.S., which is a huge number. So I don't think they're as concerned. And guess what? They know how to do it. They did it all of last year. Of course, many of these companies want indoor dining to be an option, but if for some reason it's not safe right now, they have fallback plans that they now know how to execute, much more than they did prior to the pandemic, when we didn't even know it was possible to have to operate in restrictive environments.
It's amazing. Papa John's up 50% again year to date. That really tells you something.